Kelly wants to know if you can comment on the big lawsuit in Texas. It's a property lawsuit to have no more property taxes. Have you heard of that?
I haven't heard of that, but I have heard in several states around this country that same thing is happening.
Mm,
It
mm,
started in Florida with DeSantis talking about getting rid of the HOAs and the property taxes.
mm.
And then it just started going and trickling to other places. And it's happening all over the country. And now they're talking about the same with the DMV, that you're not going to have to actually have a driver's license anymore. Because you always had a right to travel.
Okay.
Traveling is a right, driving is a privilege. So
Okay.
now your rights are being restored.
Break down the two. Traveling is a right. Driving's a privilege. What's the
Driving
difference?
is a privilege. Okay, so anything that's done under the United States corporation is considered to be a privilege and not a right.
Hmm.
Right? That's
Okay.
why they say. Do you remember what I said about 14 and the whole white supremacist ideology? So you
Mm-hmm.
got your permit at the age of 14.
Sure did. I know I
Right?
did in
Let's break that
Ohio.
down even more. Let's break that down. Hey, wait, watch this. And then they had you working a 9 to 5. Add up 9 to 5.
14.
Right? Right?
Mm,
Then they had you
mm.
filling out a 1040 tax return. What is that? Take the zeros out.
1 plus
14.
4, 41. 41.
No, 1040. Take the zeros out.
14, sorry.
14.
Wait. 10, 40,
Take the
14.
zeros out. You got a 14.
Mm,
Everything has been that.
mm.
Then they said you got to work a 40-day week, a 40-hour work week, because it's a trial period. You remember what I told you about 40? 40 means a trial period. 40 like
Yes.
Jesus. Jesus was in the
Mm-hmm.
wilderness for 40 days. Noah on the ark 40 days and 40 nights. Then you have Moses misleading his people for 40 years. And then there was even 40 years between the death of Martin Luther King and the rise of Barack Obama, 68 to 2008. It's a
These
trial
people.
period. That's why
Mm,
the longest highway through the United States is I-40. It's a trial
mm.
period. That's why they're
Okay.
changing the work week from 40 hours a week. And now they're talking about 3 days. I mean, no, you work 4 days a week and 3 days off.
Mm-mm.
Everything's being
All this
changed.
sounds like Nassar. You know why I keep bringing up that all of this sounds like Nasara? No taxes, no property taxes, reduction in work week, doing away with the IRS, all of that, reclaiming the
Right.
land, all of that is implicated in the National Economic Security Reformation Act. Yet when I say that this is real, while most of people believe it, you have some that's like, that's crazy. It's not happening. And I'm like, why is it that I can see it, you can see it, but some people don't see, even when you explain it? I'm like, this is it.
This is it.
They don't have to call it the National Economic Security Reformation Act.
So you really are going to be witnessing the transition in wealth
Okay.
either by that March 22nd date
Hmm.
or by April the 1st. It's somewhere in there. I guarantee you.
Really?
I really do guarantee that because they have to shift everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
They have to.
Yep, Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Absolutely. And Michael Jackson said, this is it.
This is it.
So you said they have to, and March is a war month. Is there anything else significant about March? March. I just know, I think it was my son that told me it was a war month. Yeah, because he turned the M upside down as wars or war. Um, March 4th, which was just yesterday, that was the lawful inauguration date for the Republic, for presidents on the Republic. But March is very, very significant.
Yeah, but that's also when we had to march on Washington.
Really?
March. We marched on Washington.
Ah.
To end, we had to end it. And things happen over a period of decades,
Okay.
period of period of years, a period of months, a period of weeks, and a period of days.
Mm,
That's how this is the whole cycle we're on. And
okay.
once you start seeing that, the Farrakhan used to call it Ezekiel's wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And once we see that wheel, it's nothing but a clock. And once you start understanding how that clock rotates, where
Mm-hmm.
it stops and where it goes, then you can kind of catch these patterns that I've been talking about.
Mm, mm,
But we're in a good
mm.
position, a real good position,
So
because
somebody, yes.
no, go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
No,
You
you were.
can wait. Well, no, somebody had asked in the comments, what are sleeper cells? Because I said they're activating sleeper cells, and also there have been some discussion about sleeper cells being activated now that President Trump is fighting against the deep state. Do you have an answer? I can give my thoughts on that, but do you have an answer?
Give yours. All I can say is this: you're going to hear about a lot of sleeper cells and a lot of distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the distractions are simply just to make you look or think one way while everything else is being restored to you. Similar to how they were talking about those hotels over in Dubai were being caught on fire
Yes.
from the explosions and all that other stuff, which was collateral damage from the Iran war, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People who are actually over in Dubai said we haven't seen no fires over there.
They sure have.
Ain't nothing going on over there.
They sure have said that.
And all y'all seeing is fake news, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's a distraction to keep you looking at this fake war while we're restoring some stuff over here, because we're still bringing down some stuff over
Mm.
here.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the whole Jesse Jackson actual funeral, which is on Saturday, and they're going to be
Oh.
having a lot of dignitaries from all over the world showing you that God's covenant is
Okay.
to um, include all people of the world, all colors of the rainbow.
Mm.
See, this thing ain't just
Mm.
about us. It is about us, but it ain't just about us, because you know God is putting us in place to, I guess, kind of manage the world. Manage it, maybe even run it, right? But
Mhm,
we're
mhm,
not trying to just say, "Oh, we just control every damn thing," and the hell with the rest of y'all, because we're managing from a place of love and a place of peace and a place of truth and a place of freedom and a place of justice. So
5
therefore,
tenets. Mhm,
there you go. So it's not like we're trying to do how they did at
mhm,
all.
mhm.
This is a whole different type of management. You remember now, what's the mountaintop? The 411. That's why Mary J. Blige's first album is called "What's the 411?" It's the
Wow.
mountaintop, because you're going into a world of real love,
Real love.
right?
Ah, yes.
That's the
Oh,
411.
come on with the 411 with the information. So
That's it.
sleeper cells, those are small groups of agents or people who infiltrate a target organization, a target place, a target country, a target location. So these are small groups of people, or it can even be an individual that's sent into a place to cause harm. They operate in deep cover and often over years or for years to avoid detection by intelligence agencies. So a lot of people that are a part of sleeper cells, there are individuals that may be under MK Ultra mind control, people, individual or people, and then at the right time, they're triggered to go into a location or to go into an organization. And then once they're activated, they do things to harm. Alleged, they can do things to like hurt people. They can do things to steal the information. But some of the sleeper cells that's been activated in the schools were individuals that were under deep state mind controlling programs, and then they might be triggered through technology or given a certain code word that would just set them off and they would shoot up schools. This is why some people say remove yourself from large crowds or remove your children. Chief Rod Hayes has said from the schools, but because he said they were going to activate sleeper cells, and here we are.
What they're also going to do is they already announced today that Iran is going to start coming here, their soldiers or whatever they're going to do. I don't know. But
Hmm.
they're talking about going into people's homes to remove them.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
To remove Americans?
United States citizens.
United States citizens. You know, it's
There's
interesting how you have some news that can make you upset and make you worried. That's bad news, obviously. Then you have some news like what I reported to my private group some days ago that Iran reported, I'm talking about the government, that their markets are open to American business.
and that's
Uh-huh.
but I guess what I'm saying to you is, and as long as people, and when you listen to Trump talk, you listen to JD Vance talk,
Hmm.
listen carefully how they keep on going back and forth
Hmm.
with saying U.S. citizens and Americans. They're
Oh,
letting you know there is a distinct difference.
okay.
When they
Okay.
say U.S. citizens, they're talking about colonists, those who came here illegally, right? And they are the descendants of those, who stole land, who raped, who pillaged, and everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the descendants. We are not those. We are the American people.
Right, right.
Once we understand that there is a difference, then
Okay.
you can hear how he's talking and who he's talking to.
See?
He's not talking to you when he says U.S. citizen, but you've been indoctrinated to think that your entire life,
Hmm.
but you're not.
Hmm.
Think about it. He added the A back to U.S., meaning make America great again. So he added USA instead of U.S. U.S. is 40. U is 21, S is 19. That's 40. But when you add the A,
41.
41.